Hello everyone, welcome to Lakshmi Bugga Multiple Blags. Today we will learn a new technique, that is simplex algorithm, simplex method. This method we are learning in operations research subject. This will be helpful for BCom, BBA and MBA students, BSc and MCom, MSc students also. First, let me see the question. Here the question is two types. One is maximization type, other one is minimization type. In this question I have taken maximization problem. The question is maximize z equal to 5x1 plus 7x2 subjected to x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 4, 3x1 plus 8x2 less than or equal to 24, 10x1 plus 7x2 less than or equal to 35, x1 greater than or equal to 0, x2 greater than or equal to 0. So this question, maximization type question, given objective function, this is called objective function, which is maximization type, and subjected to these three inequalities are called constraints. x1 greater than or equal to 0, x2 greater than or equal to 0 are called non-negative restrictions. Okay, for solving this problem in simplex method, first let me see the constraints which are less than or equal to type. In this question all the constraints are given less than or equal to type. First we have to convert these inequalities into equalities by introducing slack variables. Let we introduce slack variables. How many equations we have given? How many constraints? 3 constraints. So I am introducing s1, s2, s3. s1, s2, s3 are called what here? s1, s2, s3 are known as the slack variables. Okay, because the question is having less than or equal to constraint, we are introducing slack variables s1, s2, s3. Suppose if any of the constraint is greater than or equal to type, then we have to introduce surplus variables that we discuss in the next problem. Okay, so for this question these constraints will be rewritten as, that is called the standard form of given LPP. Standard form of LPP. First we have to rewrite the constraints, that is x1 plus x2. I said what I have introduced, this is slack variables, because first constraint is less than or equal to type. s1 is a slack variable. Okay, slack variable I am adding for the first constraint. Convert this inequality into equality, plus s1 equal to 4. Next, for the second constraint I am adding 3x1 plus 8x2 plus s2 equal to 24. For the third constraint 10x1 plus 7x2 plus s3, third slack variable, equal to 35. Okay, when we are adding these slack variables, these inequality constraints will be converted into equality. Okay, when we are adding these slack variables, the objective function also modified, that is called standard form of LPP. Let me see what happens in the objective function, that is maximize z equal to 5x1 plus 7x2. This is the given question. Now after adding these slack variables in the constraint in the objective function, we have to add these slack variables with the 0 coefficient. 0 dot s1 plus 0 dot s2 plus 0 dot s3. Okay, these are called coefficients of the slack variables, is always taken as 0. So this is called standard form of LPP. Here how many variables we have? x1, x2, s1, s2, s3. All greater than or equal to 0. S1, S2, S3 are known as the basic variables. S1, S2, S3 are known as the basic variables. For solving this simplex problem, first we have to write the initial simplex table, that is the initial iteration. Okay. Here S1, S2, S3 are known as the basic variables. Now write initial simplex table right in this form. After writing this table, we have to write cast of basic variables, XB, RHS values of the basic variables, and key element, key row and key column. Okay, first we have to write cost of basic variables, that is denoted by CB, BB, basic variables, XB. Okay. Next write what are the variables we have: X1, X2, S1, S2, S3. Write in this row, that is X1, X2, S1, S2 and S3. Next write the CJ. CJ means here coefficient of objective function variables, that is what is the coefficient of x1 here 5, x2 is 7, s1 is 0, s2 is 0, s3 is 0. Write the same coefficient values in the objective function here. Coefficient of x1 is 5, x2 is 7, 0, 0, 0. After writing these coefficient values, then write the basic variables. What are the basic variables here? What we introduced on the constraint for converting the given inequalities into equalities, those are called the basic variables. Already I have written here S1, S2, S3 are the basic variables. Write S1, S2, S3. Okay. What are the RHS values of these basic variables? 4, 24 and 35. 4, 24, 35. Now we know that the coefficient of S1 is 0, S2 is also 0 and S3 is also 0 in the objective function. After writing this, next fill up this table by the standard form of LPP. X1 quotient is 1, X2 quotient is 1, S1 quotient is 1. Here there is no S2, S3 in the first equation, so take those values as 0, 0. So X1 quotient is 1, 1, S1 is also 1, S2, S3 not there, so 0, 0. Similarly, second constraint, X1 is quotient is 3, 8, there is no S1, so 0, S2, 1, 0. Next, for third constraint, coefficient of x1 is 10, 7, s1, s2 not there, take it as 0, 0, 1. Okay. After writing this table, find out zj minus cj values, or we write it as delta j values. Calculate the net evaluations. Here zj minus cj known as the net evaluations. The formula for zj minus cj is zj minus cj is cb xb minus cj, that is cb into xb minus cj, these values. First we have to multiply cb into xb, then subtract it from the coefficient of the given values. So here for this first x1 values, find z1 minus c1, z2 minus c2, z3 minus C3, Z4 minus C4 and Z5 minus C5. First let me calculate this value, that is 0 into 1 plus 0 into 3 plus 0 into 10 minus 5, that is minus 5 we get here. That 0 into 1, I repeat again, 0 into 1 is 0, 0 plus 0 into 3 is 0, 0 plus 0 into 10 is 0, 0 minus 5 is minus 5. Similarly for this x2, 0 into 1 plus 0 into 8 plus 0 into 7, 0, 0 minus 7 is minus 7. Next 0 into 1, 0, 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0, all 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. Similarly, this we get 0, 0. Here in this table we can observe S1, S2, S3 are the basic variables. Here last matrix you can observe this is 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. It is a unit matrix. Okay, the corresponding values for these unit matrix, that is Z3 minus C3, Z4 minus C4, Z5 minus C5 are 0. No need to calculate these values because this is a unit matrix. Automatically the net evaluations for the unit matrix are 0 0 0. Okay, now after finding these Zj minus Cj values, select the most negative value which enters the basis. Here in minus 5, minus 7, minus 7 is the most negative value, so this will enter the basis. Minus 7 is the most negative value, this will enter into the basis. This is called key column. So x2 is called what? Key column. x2 is called key column. Here from this table we have to find the key element. For finding the key element we have to know what is the key row and key column, and the intersection of the key column and key row is known as a key element. Here we know the key column by selecting the most negative value from the net evaluations. This is the x2 is the key column. To know what is the key row, we have to find the ratio. Ratio means that is xb by xk. Here xb means these 4, 24, 25 RHS values of the constraints are the xb values. What is xk here? Xk is the key element. So now find xb by xk values. Here xb means RHS values, xk means key column values. Here in this question key column is most negative value which is entering the basis, that is what are the values here? 1, 8, 7. xb is 4. Now 4 divided by 1. 4 divided by 1, the value is 4. 24 divided by 8, that is 3. And 35 divided by 7. 35 divided by 7, that is 5. Now key column is x2 column. We have to find out the key row. Select the minimum positive value in the ratios 4, 3, 5. Among these three values we know that 3 is the minimum positive value which leaves the basis. Okay, that is S2 is key row. What is our key row? Key row is S2. That means S2 is a key row which is leaving from the basis. Leaving from the basis. In place of S2, x2 is entering into the next table. So here after identifying key column, after identifying the ratios, this is key row, S2 is key row and x2 is key column. What is the, can you observe this? The point of intersection for x2 and s2. This is the point of intersection. So this value is called the key element. Okay, we can make a line here like this. This is your key column. This is key column. This is key row. Key row. This is the intersection point of the key row and key column. This is called the key element. This is key element. Key element is right here. This is called pivot element. Key element is 8. Now in the next iteration, x2 is entering and s2 is leaving, and convert this key element equal to 1 by dividing the same element and remaining element in the key column equal to 0. So that procedure we have to follow in the next table. First, in the next table we have to write the entering variable x2 into the basis in place of s2. This is step 2. This is first simplex table, that is iteration 1. Write the same table CB, BB, XB, x1, x2, s1, s2, s3. Coefficient of basic variables in the objective functions are s1, s2, s3, 0, 0, 0, and x1, x2 coefficients are 5, 7. Write as it is whatever in the objective function standard form x1, x2, s1, s2, s3. Write the coefficient as it is. In the second table, what we have to write in the basic variable column, instead of writing s1, s2, s3 as it is, already what we have did in first table, we have s2 is our key row which is leaving, and x2 is key column which is entering into the next table, that is in the first table. So in place of s2 which is leaving, enter x2. s2 is leaving, enter x2. Okay, first write what is entering. x2 is entering. Next, in the first iteration, s1, s3 are there. Write s1 as it is, coefficient 0 as it is, s3 as it is, coefficient 0 as it is. s1 0, s3 0. There is no change in s1 and s3 and the coefficients. Only the change occurs leaving the variable. s2 is leaved. In place of s2 we have written x2. Now what we have to do, what is the key element in the first table, that is 8. Convert this key element equal to 1 dividing by the same element, that is key element is 8 means 24 divided by 8, 3 divided by 8, 8 divided by 8 will become 1, 0 divided by 8 is 0, 1 divided by 8, 0 divided by 8, 0. These values you have to write in the first simplex table. Let me do the calculation, that is what is 24. In the first table you have 24 divided by 8, that is 3. Next, 3 divided by 8. Next, 8 divided by 8. Eight divided by 8 is 1. Next, 0 divided by 8 is 0. Next, 1 divided by 8 is 1 by 8. Next, 0 divided by 8 is 0. Okay. These are the newly entered values in the key row in the first simplex table. After writing this, the main objective here, this is key column has key element has converted into 1. The remaining element in the key column convert into 0. That means this element we have to convert into 0 and this element we have to convert into 0 by using the formula. The formula is new value equal to old value minus corresponding element in key row into corresponding element in key column by divided by key element. New value equal to old value minus corresponding element in key row into corresponding element in key column by key element. This formula will be used for converting the remaining element 0, 0. Now we apply this formula to the first iteration value, that is here key element is 8. 4 is a old value. This value is converted into new value because we are converting this element into 0 and this element into 0 in the next table. First let me take this row S1. These all values we are assuming as old values. Now we have to replace these old values by the new values by applying this formula. Let me take this 4 as a old value. Okay, 4 as a old value. So new value we will take a question mark. Old value is 4. Okay, for this old value corresponding element in key row is 24 and corresponding element in key column is 1. The key element is 8. That is 4 minus 24 into 1 by 8. Okay, let me write like this. Later we do the calculation. Similarly, for 1 old value we have to replace new old value minus corresponding element is 3. Corresponding element in key column is 1 and the key element is 8. Okay, that is 1 minus 3 into 1 by 8 is equal to how much? Okay, next for this element we know that it is by using this formula it will become 0 and this also becomes 0. No need to calculate. Okay, these two elements are 0. We can write directly 0, 0, and for this value it is 0 minus and for this old value we have to replace by new value, that is 1. Corresponding element in key row is 0. 1 minus 0 into 1 by 8, and for this 0 minus 1 into 1 by 8. For this 0 minus 0 into 1 by 8. Okay, let me do first this, that is 1 minus 0 into 1 by 8, how much? Next for this 0 minus 1 into 1 by 8, and last 0 minus 0 into 1 by 8 is equal to how much? First, for this first value 4, old value is 4. Old value minus corresponding element is 24. Corresponding element in key row into corresponding element in key column is 1 divided by 8. 4 minus 24 into 1 by 8, how much we are seeing? 4 minus 24 means 8, 8 3 ja. 4 minus 3 by 8, that is 32 minus 32 minus 3 by 8, that is 29 by 8. Right here 29 by 8. Like this value is replaced by new value 1 minus, that is 1 minus 3 old value minus corresponding element in key row into corresponding element in key column by key element. 1 minus 3 into 1 by 8. 1 minus 3 into 1, 3, 3 by 8. 1 minus 3 by 8 means take LCM. 8 minus 3, that is 5 by 8. 5 by 8 right here. Next, 1 minus 0 into 1 by 8, the value is 1 minus 0 is 1. Next, this is 0 minus 1 into 1 by 8, 0 minus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 8. Next, 0 minus 0 into 1 by 0 minus 0 into something 0, that is 0 minus 0 is 0. Here write 0. So this S1 row is completed. Now these values will be replaced by the new values again using the same value. Here you assume these values 35, 10, 7, 0, 0, 1 are the old values. Now apply the formula. Old value here 35 is the old value minus corresponding element in key row into corresponding element in key column by key element, that is 35 minus 24 into 7 divided by 8. So here let we do the same. Old value is 35, old value minus corresponding element in key row is 24, 35 minus 24 into corresponding element in key column is 7 for this element divided by 8. 35 minus 24 into 7 by 8, 8 3 is 24, 35 minus 21, that is 14, right here. Similarly, next for 10, old value 10 minus 3 into 7 by 8, 10 minus 3 into 7 by 8, that is 10 minus 21 by 8, 59 by 8, 59 by 8 right here, 59 by 8. Next, already this is 0. Next, for this value is 0, 0 minus 0 into 7 by 8. Next value is 0 minus 1 into 7 by 8. Next value is 1 minus 0 into 7 by 8. I calculated this is 0 minus 7 by 8 and 1. Okay, 0 minus 7 by 8 and 1. Okay, all the values are calculated. Now for this again you have to find out the net evaluation, that is Zj minus Cj. Delta J values calculate. What is the formula for Zj minus Cj? We already know it is Cb xb minus Cj. Cb xb minus Cj, that is Cb xb minus Cj. See here for S1 Cb is 0, 0 into 5 by 8 plus here x2 coefficient is, this is entered in the second table, first iteration of the simplex table, x2 coefficient is 7. Okay, 0 into 5 by 8 plus 7 into 3 by 8 plus 0 into 59 by 8 minus 5 we have to do, right? Z1 minus C1, that is 0 into 5 by 8 plus 7 into 3 by 8 plus 0 into 59 by 8 minus 5 is equal to, we have to calculate. So 0 into 5 by 8, 0 plus 21 by 8 plus 0 minus 5 is 21 minus 40 by 8 minus 19 by 8 right here, minus 19 by 8. 0 into 0 0 plus 7 into 1 7 plus 0, 7 minus 7 is 0, 0 into 1 0 plus 7 into 0 0 plus 0, 0 minus 0 0, 0 into minus 1 by 8 0, 7 into 1 by 8 7 by 8, before it is 0, 0 plus 7 by 8 7 by 8, 7 by 8 into 0 again, it is minus 7, 0 into minus 1 by 8 is 0, 0 plus 7 into 1 by 8 7 by 8, 0 plus 7 by 8 7 by 8, 7 by 8 plus 0 into minus 7 by 8 0, that means 7 by 8 plus 0 is 7 by 8, 7 by 8 minus 0 is 7 by 8, 0 into 0 0 plus 7 into 0 0 plus 0 into 1 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. Here minus 19 by 8 is a negative value and 7 by 8 is a positive value. In simplex processor we have to continue the table till all Zj minus Cj values are positive, greater than or equal to 0. Okay, we have to continue the processor till all Zj minus Cj values are greater than or equal to 0. If at least one of the Zj minus Cj appears negative value, we have to continue the procedure. Here in this one negative value appears which is entering the basis. This is called again key column. Key column is x1. That means x1 is entering into the next table and we have to search for the leaving variable. For leaving variable we have to find out the ratio, that is xb by xk. Xk means here key column values, what is it is x1. Now divide this xb by xk, 29 by 8 divided by 5 by 8. Next 3 divided by 3 by 8, 14 divided by 59 by 8. Here it is not 21 by 8, it is 4 minus 3 into 1 by 8, 8 3 is 24, minus 3 is 1. Okay, I have written 1 here, previous one is wrong. Okay, 1. Now find the ratios because it is the most negative value. Okay, 1 into 5 by 8 plus 3 into 3 by 8 plus 14 into 59 by 8 minus 5, the value is minus 19 by 8 which is entering the basis. And for leaving variable find out the ratios xb by xk. Xb by xk, this is key column x1. 1 by 5 by 8, that is 8 by 5 equal to 1.6. Next 3 by 3 by 8, that is 3 by 1, 8 by 3, that is 8. Next 14 by 1, 8 by 59, the value is 112 by 59. If you take in points, the value 1.81. Select the minimum positive value. 1.6 is the minimum positive value. This is the key row, key column, and this is key row. Five by 8 is the key element. Now convert this key element into 1 and all other element in this column equal to 0 in the next second iteration table that we have to see. Next remaining element will be converted into 0 by using the same formula. So write step 3, second simplex table iteration. Key row is, in previous table key row is S1 is leaving and x1 is entering. X1 is key column which is entering into the basis. Write that in this place where S1 is leaving. X1, the coefficient of x1 is 5. X2 as it is you write 7 and S3 as it is 0. Okay, next write this table values by the key element, that is in first simplex table 5 by 8 is our key element. Convert this element equal to 1 by dividing the same element. That means this entire row will be divided by the same element 5 by 8, that is 1 by 5 by 8 is 8 by 5. Next 5 by 8 divided by 5 by 8, that is 1. Next 0 by 5 by 8 is 0. 1 by 5 by 8 is 8 by 5. Next minus 1 by 8 by 5 by 8, that is minus 1 by 5. 0 by 5 by 8 is 0. Okay, all the elements in the key row, these are the values, new values. Key element is converted to 1. The remaining element, these two elements converted to 0 by using the formula. Here these two values are 0, 0 because this is key column. Already this element, these row values are divided by 5 by 8. Next, coming to this row, this old value is 3 replaced by new value by using the formula new value equal to old value minus corresponding element in key row into corresponding element in key column by key element. That is 3 is the old value, 3 minus corresponding element in key row is 1, 3 minus 1 into corresponding element in key column is 3 by 8 by key element. That is 3 minus 1 into 3, 5 by 8. 3 minus 1 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8 is 3 minus 3 by 5 is 12 by 5 right here. Next 0, we know that. Next this value, old value is 1. Okay, now 1 minus 0 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8, that is 1 minus 0 is 1. Next value is 0. 0 minus 1 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8 is minus 3 by 5. Next, 0 minus 1 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8 is minus 3 by over. Next 1 by 8 for this value, 1 by 8 minus 1 by 8 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8. 1 by 8 minus 1 by 8 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8. 1 by 8 as it is, minus into minus plus 3 by 64 into reciprocal 8 by 5. 8 8 is 64. 1 by 8 plus 3 by 40. Take LCM 40. 8 5 ja 45 plus 41 ja 40. 3 into 1 3, 5 plus 3, 8 by 40, 3 by 1 by 5. Next for this value 0, 0 minus 0 into 0 minus 0 minus 0 into 3 by 8 by 5 by 8, the value is 0. Next for this old value, I already calculated the value, I am writing directly. For this old value 14, 14 minus 1 into 59 by 8 by 5 by 8, that is 14 minus 1 into 59 by 8 into 5 by 8, old value minus corresponding element in key row is 1 into corresponding element in key column by key element. After doing the calculations, 14 minus 59 by 5, that is 70 minus 59 by 5, 11 by 5 right here, 11 by 5. Next 0, we know that this value is 0 minus 0 into 59 by 8 divided by 5 by 8, that is 0. Similarly 0 minus 1 into 59 by 8 divided by 5 by 8, that is minus 59 by 8. Next value 6 by 10. Write all the values in this row. By 10 and 1. Now find net evaluation Zj minus Cj. Zj minus Cj. Formula for Zj minus Cj, we know that Cb xb minus Cj. 5 into 1 5 plus 7 into 5 into 1 5 plus 7 into 0 0 plus 0 into 0 0 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 into 0 0 0 plus 7 into 1 is 7. 7 plus 0 into 0 0. 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. Next 5 into 8 by 5 plus 7 into minus 3 by 5 plus 0 into minus 59 by 5. This is 19 by 5. 5 into minus 1 by 5 plus 7 into 1 by 5 plus 0 into 6 by 10 minus 0. The value is 6 by 5. And 5 into 0 plus 7 into 0 plus 0 into 1 minus 0 is 0. Here all net evaluations are positive, so we stop the procedure, we stop the simplex iteration procedure. Since all net evaluations are all Zj minus Cj greater than or equal to 0, we stop the procedure. We stop the procedure here, and the Z value is, max Z value is here at this point 8 by 5, 12 by 5, that is 5 into 8 by 5 plus 7 into 12 by 5. Max Z equal to 5 into 8 by 5 plus 7 into 12 by 5. The value is 45 plus 84 by 5 equal to 124 by 5. So my exit value is 124 by 5. Write here clearly. That is, answer is optimum value max z equal to 124 by 5 at x1 equal to 5, x2 equal to 7. You can verify these values by substituting the objective function. What is the objective function we have in question? Here you can verify your answer. 5x1. What is our x1 value is 5, x2 value is 7. Sorry, x1 value is 8 by 5, x2 value is 12 by 5. You can verify substituting these x1 8 by 5, x2 12 by 5 in the objective function, that is 5 into 8 by 5 plus 7 into 12 by 5. So 8 by 40 plus 84 by 5, that is, this is 40 by 5, 84 by 5. The answer is 124 by 5. So the optimum value of z is 124 by 5 at x1 8 by 5, x2 is 12 by 5. These are the cost of basic variables and this is our solution. Okay, we have to continue the process till all z minus cz are greater than or equal to 0. Please like, share and subscribe if you like the video. Okay, if you have any doubts, and please share me in the comment section. Please subscribe my channel.